EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that's going to be returned as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30.
Get paid for ads. The more viewers in the channel that the ads
first
hit,
and 10 now
the more
from
money
the 30.
it makes. But it's not very much.
Drive. Childers. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You look at the Saints defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the position.
That's not a bad idea.
Operating from the gun. Childers. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Run me a little
50
jet.
catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Hill going to go in motion. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They're coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something. But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
That one's taken in by Spears. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The Panthers at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well.
Oh, I haven't brought this chair over here more.
Their discipline, their resilience, all on display in victory.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Bust that. Bust.
Yeah, a ball like that, it's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Uh-oh.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head.
So bad at
Is that
field
going to
goals
affect him the
lately.
rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless.
Control it, honey.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way out 37. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many take last week?
They get there and take him down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right
All right, let's get with the 3rd and 22.
Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay. Headline. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like, you can control it, but when you get pressure like that and get hit, you're not going to control it.
Makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, luck that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So possession goes over on the punt. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's a game, so I don't think that the confidence is really out of, running your kicker back out there. Some coaches have a bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
So one play, and they're already shy of midfield. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one 15 yards and another first.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with it. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Being chased left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Yeah.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play call.
Put it over. Where is it? On the dishwasher?
Improvise, as we just saw there.
Second and 4. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
I'm going to have to call.
They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last now, finally the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down.
Block.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
I think I remember him using a whole bunch of
27 on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Take 2 yards.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of the game right from the first snap.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching
what you want, William?
Saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week.
Get a drink.
They're hoping the same thing happens this time out too.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Hurry up.
That's going to be intercepted. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
What?
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
No, you gotta get one.
Credit to the defense for stringing that.
They get one with
No
the top.
comeback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard
You're
gain.
gonna leave it down here? You can't take it upstairs.
2nd and 7.
Yeah, you gotta leave it here.
Off play action. That caught by Trimble. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards to pick up there.
What are you doing, bud? Are you drinking it down here?
3-0 after 1
take it
on
upstairs.
EA Sports.
If you're going upstairs, use this.
2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Upstairs. Go.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. A solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there.
Hey,
Don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this will be taken at the 13. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Panthers take over now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Childers. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now a give, it's Hubbard going left. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun. Childers. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll get it up to 12-yard line here. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto.
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look at sometimes another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block to give yourself a chance.
It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 30. They picked up 5 yards left.
Should have seen it coming.
And get 10 here.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Looks good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation
Whip.
But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Second and 10. Back to throw. Childers. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Childers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Here's the Panthers punter now.
Okay.
He'll boot it away from about his 35. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this. Third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Yep.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
I had a parent yesterday basically borderline cussing me out.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Apparently she's pissed off about the whole tier 3 process, and she felt like she's been
throwing to start the drive. Childers. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half.
So that's why I was literally there meeting with her.
Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
He'll buy some time right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on first and goal.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day,
under pressure, they got
we had a plot like yesterday.
Now a timeout taken.
And I didn't even get to go
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something different.
Pretty sad. I'm that busy.
They'll look to throw on third and goal.
Yesterday was animal day, so like during our planning time,
he's got some room to operate. And did he get in?
Special,
No,
so I
down
didn't
at the
get
1-yard line.
Planning time.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL.
Because we were visiting the animals during our planning time. And then I had a conference during, which wasn't supposed to be the case. We were supposed to get a planning. And then we were supposed to start
and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
There goes my point.
And this return will come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Yeah.
No, we kept our kids. Thinking of planning, didn't have that right. And then I spent
for
my
the next
lunchtime.
drive, the New Orleans offense.
Didn't even eat lunch.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Has him up past 40 already, and another first and 10.
Wiped up water.
He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Midfield inside the 45. It'll be a Saints first down and a pickup of 13.
And that's the kind of play.
It's usually for kids that are struggling.
They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take it down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. You can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Out of the gun now on down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. By a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Hill going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
Go to sleep, William.
Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver, they can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete here on third down. Operating from the gun, Childers. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's
No, William, go in your bed. Get in bed.
It is. It'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Come here real quick. Come here.
On a gain of 11.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
And incomplete on the deep
Come here.
ball.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end.
What you do?
Use his size and frame
What you do?
to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone.
Huh?
But that time,
Why'd you get spanked? Why'd you get disciplined? What you do? Huh?
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
What you do?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to be sacked.
What you
Back
do?
at the 23-yard line.
No, you do know what you did.
Able
What
to
you do?
collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
What were you doing? Why were you in trouble? Were you in trouble?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Because what?
Back to throw here. Under pressure, and they
We're
get
going
to
to
him
bed. You got
again.
baseball in the morning.
Taking
Early in the
down
morning.
for the 5th time this game.
I'll come up there.
Multiple
We'll
defenders
get in
there
bed.
to get him.
You lay down.
Here's Blake Groupie now for the Saints field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Again, their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to, that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string drive and help themselves out.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down. Childers work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, to attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hubbard. And some room to maneuver. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers take a 3-touchdown lead. By the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of habits, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Clip. Messed up my clip.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Had a hell of a beat.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
And you start to think, if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. In motion, the tight end. 2nd and 11. He's going to look deep down the field. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones who need to touch the ball.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. At this point, as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense on third down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps. Because manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-4 lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's Hill, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride. A lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. If anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does.
I hate the meters.
No good, and the lead will hold at 3.
That was good. Stupid.
Probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I should have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on the job, he's getting negative or otherwise and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, hard throw, incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's
What, I leave
just
6.
shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. Unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
That's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch, good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Back to throw again. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They're going to look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. No exception. They didn't turn the ball over.
I don't have time to look at stats. Gotta get to a draft. Get in bed! I will look at this real quick. I get it. I get it. Boo. How many touchdowns did I throw? 1.